Hi everyone, and welcome to Sustain Life Journal Yoga. Today we'll get started on our back with the soles of our feet together, knees spread out wide, one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. This class is specifically for those that suffer from PMDD. I hope you are able to find this class right before your period starts and it ends up being a good place of comfort for you. In order to quiet your mind and stay present to any needs that arise throughout your cycle, I encourage you to use the time on your mat to tune into your breath and be mindful of any thoughts that arise in your mind, gently letting them come in and out, but not grasping onto them. Noticing how your body feels in each pose and finding a way to make the pose feel the best it possibly can for you. We'll begin taking deep inhales and exhales through our nose, just settling into this present moment. We'll bring our hands to the outsides of our knees, slowly drawing them to meet. We'll widen out our hands, allowing our knees to fall over to our right side and gently looking over our left shoulder. Continuing to take deep inhales and exhales as we enjoy the supine twist. On your next exhale, we can slowly lift our knees back up towards center, allowing them to fall over to our left side and gently looking over our right shoulder. We'll slowly start to draw our knees back up towards center, and then we'll draw them in towards our chest one by one, giving yourself a really big hug in gratitude for taking the time to take really good care of yourself today. It's not always easy to do so when you're suffering from PMDD, but you made the decision to carve out a little time to care for your health. We'll slowly start to rock up into a seated position, keeping the soles of our feet together, reaching up through the top of our head, and then slowly folding forward over our feet, only going to the depth that feels comfortable in your body. On your next exhale, you can slowly begin to sit up. There's no rush, go at your own pace. And then we'll slowly start to roll over our legs, coming into a tabletop position. stacking your hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, as we flow through Bitilasana and Marjalasana. Drawing your belly button in towards spine, chin towards chest, pressing into the palms of your hands. And then exhale, allowing your belly button to come down towards the earth, chin towards the sky. Inhale, drawing your belly button in, pressing into your knees and hands. And then beginning to go at your own pace and rhythm, following the flow of your breath and adding in any organic movements that your body needs in this present moment. Maybe that means swaying your hips side to side or rotating your fingers back towards your knees. Just tuning into what feels good for you. Whenever you feel all evened out, we can slowly start to sink back into Balasana pose, drawing our feet together, knees spread out wide, arms stretched out in front of you, and your forehead gently resting on the earth. And we'll hold here in this restorative posture for a few breaths. Gently lifting your forehead away from the earth and weaving your right hand underneath your left, staying in our Balasana pose, but just getting a bit of a shoulder stretch. You're more than welcome to stay in a traditional Balasana pose if that feels best for you. Continue taking deep inhales and exhales through your nose if your mind has started to wander. The more we train our brain to come back to the present moment, the more we can feel more at peace even off of our mat. On your next exhale, we can go ahead and move over to the opposite side, lifting your left hand up towards the sky and weaving it underneath your right arm, gently resting your forehead down onto your mat. We can bring our left hand back up towards the sky and then setting it down, coming into tabletop, and then slowly moving our hands about a handprint in front of us, lifting our toes up towards the sky as we lower our hips down, opening up our chest, and then slowly moving back to Balasana pose. Lifting up onto our hands, lowering our hips, lifting our chin up towards the sky. and then sinking back to Balasana pose. If this pace is too quick for you, you're more than welcome to take it slow or to stay in either of these postures if you'd like a little extra time. We'll make our way back to tabletop, tucking our toes, lifting our knees away from the earth as we shift back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pressing into the palms of your hands and drawing your upper body towards your knees. Taking a generous bend in your knees and just noticing how this feels. Inhale, lifting our right foot up towards the sky, bending our knee, opening up our hip, and drawing our right knee in towards our chest, allowing our right knee to come in between our hands, dropping our left knee, and then lifting our fingertips up over our head into our low lunge. You can choose any arm variation, maybe bringing your hands to your knee or to your lower back, just experimenting with different ways to support yourself in this deep hip opener. If you'd like to deepen this pose, you can bring your right hand to your left thigh, opening up your chest and reaching your left fingertips up over your head. On your exhale, we'll spiral our hands down onto the earth, bringing our knees to greet, and then making our way into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose, lifting your left foot up towards the sky, bending your knee, opening up your hip. And then we'll slowly draw our left foot in between our hands, sinking our hips down and reaching our fingertips up over our head, or any arm variation that feels good on this side of your body. Things can feel a little different on one side and the other, so just practice tuning into your intuition and finding what works for you. You're more than welcome to stay right where you are, but if you'd like, you can bring your left hand to your right thigh, lifting your right hand up over your head, opening up your chest and getting a bit of a twist in. Keeping your attention on your inhales and exhales, trusting in the strength of your legs to support you during this fiery moment. On our exhale, we'll spiral our hands down onto the mat, this time bringing both feet to greet into a forward fold Uttanasana. Taking a generous bend in your knees. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, you can slowly release your hips down onto the earth, making your way all the way to your back, drawing your knees in towards chest, just like we did at the beginning of class. And once again, thanking yourself for taking the time to notice how you're feeling, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. Challenging yourself to not grasp onto the feelings, but just allowing them to come in and out of your mind. When you're ready, you can gently release your legs, making your way into our Shavasana pose. You're welcome to take any restorative posture that works best for you. But if you'd like to take a more traditional Shavasana pose, your legs can be extended down to the bottom of your mat. Your feet flop open, the palms of your hands facing up towards the sun, allowing your body to completely surrender and release into your mat. Bringing your attention back to your inhales and exhales as we transition into our meditation portion of class. Our meditation will be about 5 minutes. And as we practiced before, we'll just continue to keep our attention on our breath, rather than what's coming after class or anything that's been happening before, but just giving us this space to rest. I'll let you know when the meditation is complete. We'll begin to deepen our inhales and exhales, starting to bring small movements to our fingers and toes, maybe rolling on to one side in fetal position, and beginning to reawaken our body and mind to re-enter our day, hopefully with a little bit more peace and grace for ourselves as we experience PMDD. If you have any extra time to lay and rest and enjoy a longer shavasana or meditation, I encourage you to do so. If your day calls you, you can go ahead and make your way up to a seated position, slowly opening your eyes and letting the light back in. I really appreciate you taking the time to take really good care of yourself. You're more than deserving of feeling at ease in your body and your mind. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take really good care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.